What's going on YouTube? Chase here on Aftershock videos, and I have a weird one today. If no one else has played this, like I haven't, this deck is kind of cool. I'm calling the B.E.S. Big Core deck. What it is if you've seen these cards somewhere in your collection at some point, you've kind of overlooked them. Like, they're cool spaceships, big beaters, lots of stars, whatever. But I finally kind of got to thinking about it, and I'm like, are they playable? And for somebody who hasn't watched the actual, GX series through, so on and so on, after Pegasus, man, that's pretty much where I kind of fell off. But I guess Lorenzo played this in the anime series, and then maybe in some video games or some characters played it. But it is basically a Cyber Dragon, but bigger. So, just going through the card by card, I have one Super Bullet Express Train, just because if we happen to have an Earth, it could be special summoned. We have Derek Crane, which if a Earth monster, whether that's the Bullet Express Train or this flying Pegasus Stampede, it can be a special summoned at half the attack and defense, but it's a level 10. And then next for the B.E.S. and Big Core monsters, we have triple B.E.S. Blaster Cannon Core. Basically, most of these say if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can special summon this card from your hand, and then you place, if this card is normal or special summon, place 3 counters on this card. It cannot be destroyed by battle. I think all of them can be destroyed by battle, but then if this card battles or is battled, because some of them are worded that way, remove 1 counter from this card. If you cannot, destroy it. So you can see this one has 2,500 attack and 3,000 defense, which is not something to scoff at. We have triple BES Big Core MK3. It's a level 8. The last one was a level 9. This one's a level 8, and then the same concept. If your opponent controls more monsters than you, you special summon from this card from your hand in defense position, and then place 3 counters on it. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Remove a counter from it. But this one is more or less the kind of the pot of avarice, if you will. It says if this card is in your graveyard, shuffle all BES monsters from your graveyard into your deck. So they can recycle pretty well. We got 1 Gamma Seal to deal with any other problems. We got double BES Big Core MK2, which is just another, if you control no monsters, you can normal summon this without tributing. So that one's worded a little differently, so depending on the field, that may matter. I got 1 BES Big Core. It's just another target for the field spell, the BEF Zelos. We have 1 BES Tetran. Once per turn, it says if you remove 1 counter from this card at the end of the damage step, if you cannot destroy it, blah, blah, blah. Same thing as everything else. Once per turn, you can remove 1 counter from this card and destroy 1 spell or trap on the field. So it's got a little bit of a Twin Twister MST going for it. Then we have 1 BES Crystal Core. This one's a level 5. This one, last 4 cards were level 6s. This one's a level 5. When this card is normal summoned, put 3 counters on it. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Once per turn during your main phase, you can change 1 face-up attack position monster your opponent controls to face-down defense position, or face-up defense position. Sorry, so half a Book of Moon there. We got 1 Flying Pegasus to kind of have any of these targets to go into our extra deck. For the hand traps, we got 1 Ash, 1 Ghostwood or Spooky Dogwood, which would be perfect for going first with Tri-Brigade or Lyrilisk or, Flowandereeze. So kind of gets you some life points for there. 1 Ghost Spell, 1 Droll and Lockbird, 1 Upstart, and card destruction for if your hand's not that great, which tends to happen. These are big monsters and a little bricky, so unless you have the field spell, it gets a little difficult. So do 1 Upstart Goblin and 1 card destruction. Got 1 Terraforming to help us get into there. 1 Foolish Burial for if you need any of the few graveyard effects. Got 1 Monster Reborn. 1 Limited Removal because almost all of our machines are monsters, so that could come in handy. 1 Twist Twister for back row and removal. 2 Field Barriers to protect our field spells. Then we also have 2 Boss Rush. This is one of the very few, if not the only right now playable TCG B.E.S. spell card. That was a mouthful. This card says you cannot activate this card if you normal summoned or set this turn. While this card is face up on the field, you cannot normal summon or set. So, having said that, this could either be a follow-up play for your B.E.S. or, if you can't use the B.E.S. monsters, but you do have a Earth Machine or one of the trains and the Flying Pegasus, then you could do that beforehand. So you have two of these, but continuing on with the effect, it says during the end phase, if a face-up B.E.S. monster or a face-up big core was destroyed and sent to the graveyard this turn, you could special summon one B.E.S. monster or one big core from your deck. So that is pretty good. Next, we have one-dimensional fissure for any of the decks we may come across that have lots of graveyard effects. Triple B.E.F. Zelos, which is the field spell, says when this card is activated, you can add one boss rush, which is the last one, from your deck to your hand. All B.E.S. monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense, which is already good. Your opponent cannot target them with card effects. That is one of the key things right there, and they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So not only can they not be targeted with card effects, they can't be destroyed by card effects, and none of them can be destroyed by battle. So, unless given very specific circumstances, they are hard to kill. Once per turn, you can special summon one B.E.S. monster from your hand. If a B.E.S. monster is normal or special summoned to your field, place one counter on it. So adding a counter in addition to the summon counter would come in handy with a Tetran, which, when one of your other ones get destroyed or whatever, you could search it from the boss rush effect. Get that if you need it. So a little bit of a toolbox going on here, but the being able to special summon one BES from hand is really good. And then for the traps, we have 2 Ice Dragon's Prison, just 2 good cards. 2 Bottomless Trap Hole, since our deck really doesn't care too much about banishing, so that's kind of what I'm going for. 2 Bottomless Trap Holes, 1 Mirror Force, and then 1 Skill Drain. Now, Skill Drain's kind of a backup plan. Most of these are basically just big beaters. So once they're on the field, if you needed to Twister it to get effects of any of the extra deck monsters, you can do that. Now, going into the extra deck, this is where all the fun stuff is. We got 1 Nightmare Cerberus, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, and then X is Code Talker for the links. Next, for the XYZs, this is where I trialed and error a lot of stuff. So right here we have number 25, Force Focus. It is a rank 6, and it requires 2 level 6 monsters, which we have 4 of. And then we could also use Pegasus to get to a 6. It says detach 1 XYZ material from this card, then target 1 level 5 or higher effect monster your opponent controls, negate its effects. Negate the effects of that opponent's face-up monster until the end of the turn. So that is not too bad. Then we have, now this is going to be a combo with number 107, Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, number C107, Neo Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, and then the number 97, Jaglubion. Now, these are the 2 main targets that I found that is great to get off of this card. Getting 2 rank 8s or 2 level 8s is not too hard to do, and then just getting this guy on the field, it's 4,500 beat stick plus if it's got Galaxy Eyes or Tachyon Dragon attached to it, you contribute 2 cards or 2 monsters, and this card can make up to 3 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. Now, it doesn't say whose side of the field the monsters have to be on, so you contribute 2 monsters. That's pretty good. Next, we have Infinitrack Earth Slicer, 2 level 9s. Again, this is our Blast Cannon Core of 2 level 9s. If we have to go with Pegasus into that, we have the Earth Slicer, and depending on if you detach how many materials you want from this card, destroy that many on the field. Got 1 Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max, mostly for the rank 10s. Detach a material from it. Does 2,000 damage, and of course, if you detach the Heavy Freight Train Derrick Crane, you also get a free destruction. Next, we have 2, because the Pegasus and the Bull Express Train recycle so well together. We got the number 81 Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Super Dora. Once per turn, you can detach a material from this, target 1 face-up monster on the field, and that target is unaffected by card effects except its own. So we have 2 of those. Now for another rank 10, we have Sky Palace Gagaridai. Yeah, let's go with that. You can detach one material from this card, then target one card your opponent controls. Destroy that target, and if you do, inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. And then you can only use that effect once per turn. It cannot attack the turn you activate this effect, but for a destruction, especially if you need a back row destruction, it's fine. Then, of course, we have Super Dreadnought, Rail Cannon, Juggernaut, Levy. And then, of course, we round out the extra deck with a Zeus. All right, guys, so that'll do it for the card-by-card deck profile. Let's go ahead and get into the matches. So let's try and see if we can get that win. And we already have something cool right here. Look at that. Skill Drain, Ice Dragon's Prison, and then we have a rank 10 play right here. So that's really good. So let's go ahead and set. And let's normal summon the Pegasus. Now, since we only control Earth monsters, we can get a Bullet Train out of here. Activate Pegasus, target the Bullet Train, make it a rank 10, or level 10, sorry. And let's go ahead and let's do Dora Pass. We could go with the Juggernaut Levy, but, it's a quick effect, so we'll go ahead and do that for now and see what he does. Because remember, most of these B.E.S. blaster, big core cards cannot be they could be normal summon, but what I'm trying to say is that unless your opponent controls more cards than you do or more monsters, you can't special summon them, and that's the you can discard this card. And now, but like I was saying, like they need more cards on the field, so to special summon themselves. So he's got Thunder Dragon and Chaos Space. Don't want to do nothing yet. Okay, this guy doing Dragon Links. What's going on? I don't think anybody plays that anymore, not that I've seen. Okay, Collapse Serpent. I guess he is going Dragon Link. We'll see how this goes. Okay. Well, now I'm wondering. He's going to activate Striker Dragon. Okay, that's 2 cards in the field. Now, I wonder... Okay, so he can be... I believe I can detach him to make him unaffected by card effects. And then I could chain... Let's do Ice Dragon's Prison. Not Skill Drain yet. Okay, didn't let me banish 2 on the field. Because there's 2 lights, right? Same type. Drag, Thunder. Oh, type, not attribute. That's my mistake. Okay, he's going to try to destroy it. Can I flip it? That's fine. Okay, I mean, it's going to get destroyed anyway, so I might as well activate it. Now, see what he does in response to that. Unless he's got more back row removal. I mean, Melody Awakened Dragon, of course. Lure of Darkness. Oh, come on, whiff. Well, okay, guess not. Okay, sure, go ahead. So I was a little disappointed that, oh well, I'm stupid, that's why Ice Dragons didn't really do what I was expecting it to do, but yeah, your effect can't be activated. You see this right here, right? I mean, come on. I'm a unicorn. Still doesn't matter. I guess he just wanted that in the field or in the graveyard. At this point, this guy's gonna run out of time. He's trying so hard to work around this. Okay, Pioneer. Doesn't matter. What are you gonna do? You gonna go into access code talker? Still doesn't matter. Chaos Valkyrie. Yeah, he's gonna run out of time. I've seen this so many times today. I've been playing other things. He is gonna run out of time. I'll just go ahead and say this now. I know he's not done. But look how long it took him to try to work around this. And he still can't destroy, Dora. So, I mean, that's pretty crazy. So, let's see if we can actually do one where we play the B.E.S. cards. We're going to have to go second. Okay, not the worst starting. Ooh, we got the field spell and the field protection. Sweet. Let's see, what are these? These look ghost tricks? Rudy Rose Witch. He's playing a plant deck. Okay, what's a Rose Fairy? Deck to your hand, you can special summon this card. I have yet to see somebody get the Rudy Black Rose Dragon or whatever, Rudy Rose Dragon on the field. At least on here, anyways. Let's see. Like a Fibrax, it's a tuner. And do it through my main phase. Let's see. Counter from this. Destroy one spell trap on the field. Okay. So let's set this. Let's activate the spell fields. Hopefully it doesn't destroy this, but let's activate that. I wonder if it would have been safer to destroy, play the field barrier first. He's gonna synchro something into something. Formula Synchron. Add one rush to my hand. Sure. Get the field barrier up. Let's get that bad boy up. And if your opponent controls a monster, you control no monsters, I could special summon this. Okay. Okay. Get some counters on it. Okay, then we can special summon this one. Okay, level 6 and level 8. We can only go into nightmares. So, synchro summon using this card you control. So he's going to change the battlefield, which I don't think is going to matter. You know what? I'm just... he's got to do it either one way or another. Let's hit it. Make him use it. Okay, there goes one counter. Okay. End phase. See what he goes into. It goes in the graveyard. Banish one plant monster from your graveyard. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Lone Fire. 1,500 or more attack. So hopefully he overcommits into something. Puts all of his eggs in one basket. If this card's normal special, we can add one generator or one plant to your deck hand. Yeah, that's not even give him the chance. Bottomless. Okay. If I can switch this to attack, that'd be just fine. And then if I can get another level 10 or a Flying Pegasus, then I can start doing some XYZ plays. That'd be sweet. Sure, he gets another special summon here. Okay, he can go into a 4. Unless he's got other stuff to special summon. I wonder what his set card is. During your opponent's main phase. I don't know why you activate that. Oh, there it is. Oh, cannot be destroyed. Whoa. How? Oh, I was about to say. Field barrier. Okay. Whew. I literally thought all my cards went to the graveyard. I was like, well, then what's the point of these? He better get something on the field. Ooh, this might be the game. Activate. Special summon. Get some counters on these bad boy. Yes. That's funny. We got a level 6, 8, 9, 10. Don't have a 7. And I mean 8,000, 6, 79. I don't have a card to discard anyway, so this is battle. There we go. There's 1. There's 2. And he surrendered. Well, might as well. If he didn't have any backward protection, there you go. Well, alright guys, so there you have it. There is my B.E.S. big core deck. Like I said, it's really fun. There's just big monsters, and then you can go into some like even bigger XYZs, and it's just it can be a little bricky. However, depending on if you have the field spell and the field protection, I mean, you could pop these monsters off all day, and then say you get like a limiter removal out. I mean, this deck can get out of hand pretty quickly. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as always. And if any of these cards interest you, check out my TCGPlayer account, which I will leave the link below in the description. And just send a message mentioning Aftershock videos, and I'll give you free priority shipping on your purchase. So, once again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Later.